Who is Jonathan Yeager? Jonathan Yeager is a friend that you could depend on. Jonathan Yeager is an athlete who works his hardest on and off the mat. Jonathan Yeager is someone who spends his time helping clean up his community and make it a better place. Jonathan Yeager is the type of person that anyone can get along with, the type of man who'll just play catch with the local neighborhood boy. Jonathan Yeager overall is a loving, caring person that you can trust and depend on.
I'm Jonathan Yeager and I'm running for president. A major policy issue is defense spending, and it is important that we defend our borders. This requires maximum spending so we can stay ahead of enemies such as China, North Korea, and Russia, especially in a time like this. With the Russian-Ukrainian war going on and tensions rising in China and North Korea constantly threatening with nuclear weapons, it's more important now than ever that we invest in our defense. This means ramping up spending, and this means technological advantages in every category, from the Army to the Air Force to the Navy. It is important that we do this because our job as a government is not to encroach on people's freedoms, but to protect them. That is our job as a government. Another topic is gun rights, a major issue nowadays with shootings like the Parkland shooting and shootings like the school shooting in Oakland, all tragedies in the American landscape. However, a majority of the gun violence does not come from registered firearm users. Many of the criminals committing these murders got their weapons illegally. Adding more laws and registration rules would just make it harder for people to protect themselves without actually stopping gun violence. Statistics have proven this time and time again, and in major cities where they've implemented these, it has not worked at all. Cities like Memphis and Chicago continue to have gun violence issues despite measures taken to curb that.
Now that you've gotten to know us and what we stand for, I think it's time to talk about our opponents, starting with Isaac Martin, who is the vice president for Tony Vaccari for the Democratic Party. Now, Isaac Martin spends most of the time posting TikToks trying to gain social media influence and fame. Now, if Isaac Martin even spent half the time that he did posting TikToks working on the campaign for the Democratic Party, then maybe they would be an actual viable option for you, the people of America. That is not all, however, folks. Tumbleweed Tony sleeps by and watches his vice president and campaign manager sit there in a committed relationship. That is right, folks. Jenny Blanton and Isaac Martin, vice president and campaign manager of the Democratic Party, are in a committed relationship. Talk about unprofessional, folks. So I need you to ask yourselves, people of America, who do you want leading you? A man who cares for the people, or Tumbleweed Tony and Isaac Martin?
I support Jonathan Yeager.
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 And I fully support and endorse Jonathan Yeager.